Most Hondas don't die from age. They die because you followed bad advice. Those factory maintenance schedules, built to sell cars, not make them last. That's why some Hondas fail at 130,000 miles, while others reach 500,000 miles without a rebuild. Today, I'm showing you 17 habits to make your Honda last over 500,000 miles without major repairs. At the end, I'll reveal a bonus tip that even seasoned Honda owners forget, but it can save you thousands. And I've dropped in a link to the 3 worst and 4 best Honda engines, so you can combine these habits and the best Hondas to drive forever. Let's kick things off. Habit number 17, follow maintenance minder, but don't ignore time-based services. Here's what most Honda owners get wrong. They think the maintenance minder system tells them everything. It doesn't. Your maintenance minder tracks mileage and driving conditions, but it doesn't track time. And some Honda fluids break down by age, not just miles. Brake fluid, for example, needs replacement every 3 years, period, even if your maintenance minder hasn't called for it, and the same goes for coolant on certain models. Honda Type 2 coolant has specific time triggers that your dashboard won't always show you. So here's what you do. Check your owner's manual for time-based services, write them down, set reminders on your phone, because missing a 3-year brake fluid flush can lead to corroded brake lines and a $1,200 repair. And speaking of fluids, there's one mistake I see all the time that quietly destroys Honda transmissions. Habit number 16, change oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles with full synthetic. If you're following the factory 10,000 mile oil change interval, you're already risking your engine. That extended interval? It's designed for marketing, not engine longevity. Manufacturers want their cars to look low maintenance on paper to boost sales. But ask any mechanic who's torn down a high mileage Honda engine. The ones that followed 10,000 mile intervals? Thick black sludge baked onto every surface, pistons scored, camshafts scarred, oil passages clogged like old pipes. Here's the truth. Modern Hondas do best with oil changes every 5,000 to 7,500 miles using full synthetic. Especially if you drive short trips, sit in traffic, or live where it's hot or dusty. That's called severe service. And most of us fall into that category. Fresh oil every 5,000 miles costs you maybe $40 to $60, but it helps prevent a $4,000 plus engine rebuild down the road. And while we're talking about fluids, there's one Honda-specific fluid rule you absolutely cannot break. Habit number 15, use only genuine Honda fluids. Listen, I get it. You're at the parts store staring at 2 bottles. One says Honda ATF DW1 for $80. The other says Universal Multi-Vehicle ATF for $40. You grab the cheap one. Big mistake. Honda engineers their transmissions, differentials, and cooling systems around specific fluid formulations. For your automatic transmission, you need Honda ATF DW1. For CVT models, you need Honda HCF2. For all-wheel drive CRVs, Pilots, and Ridgelines, the rear differential needs Honda dual pump fluid. And for coolant, you need Honda Type 2. These aren't just brand names. They contain specific friction modifiers and additives that protect Honda hardware long-term. Use the wrong fluid and you'll get slipping, overheating, and premature wear. Owners report transmissions fail at 80,000 miles because someone used generic fluid. That's a $2,000 to $6,000 plus repair that could have been avoided with an $80 bottle. But even with the right fluid, there's a timing mistake that kills Honda transmissions faster than anything else. Habit number 14, service your transmission fluid at 60,000 miles, not lifetime. Here's a dirty secret. Lifetime transmission fluid is marketing garbage. What lifetime really means in this case is until the warranty runs out. Your Honda's transmission fluid is quietly breaking down mile after mile. By 60,000 miles, it's hiding a nasty cocktail of clutch dust, metal shavings, and varnish. It still looks red, it doesn't smell burnt yet, but it's already grinding through your gears like liquid sandpaper. If you wait for symptoms, you've waited too long. That's why smart Honda owners do a drain and fill every 60,000 miles. Not a flush, a drain and fill. Flushes can dislodge chunks in a neglected transmission and make things worse. Just drain it, refill with fresh Honda ATF DW1 or HCF2, and you're good. This simple $200 service can save you from thousands of dollars in transmission replacement. And trust me, you don't want to learn this lesson the hard way. But there's another fluid that turns acidic and eats your engine from the inside if you ignore it. Habit number 13, flush coolant before it turns acidic. Most drivers think coolant just cools the engine. Wrong. Coolant also protects. And when it breaks down, it becomes engine-eating poison. Here's what happens. Over time, the corrosion inhibitors inside Honda Type 2 coolant wear out. When they do, the coolant turns acidic. That acid starts corroding your radiator, heater core, water pump, and even your head gasket, all while looking perfectly normal to the naked eye. There's cases of $1,200 radiator jobs and $3,500 head gasket repairs, all because someone thought coolant was a top-off only fluid. Here's the fix. Check your owner's manual for your specific model's coolant interval. Most Hondas need a coolant flush every 50,000 to 60,000 miles, or every 5 years. A bottle of Honda Type 2 coolant costs $50. A flush service costs maybe $120, but letting it go bad could cost you thousands. And while we're under the hood, there's a belt that can destroy your entire engine in seconds if it snaps. Habit number 12, replace your timing belt before it fails. If your Honda has a timing belt, listen up. Not all Hondas have them. Many newer models use timing chains that last the life of the engine. But if you've got an older V6 Accord, or Pilot, Odyssey, or Ridgeline, you've got a belt. And that belt is a ticking time bomb. When a timing belt breaks, pistons slam into valves. That's catastrophic engine damage. We're talking $3,000 to $5,000 in repairs minimum. Most Honda timing belts need replacement every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, or every 7 to 10 years, whichever comes first. And here's the kicker, and even if you barely drive, that belt ages from heat and oil exposure. When you replace it, do the tensioner or idler pulleys and water pump at the same time. Those parts wear together. Skip them, and you'll be paying for labor costs twice. But even if your engine has a chain, there's another part that wears out and kills performance silently. Habit number 11, replace spark plugs at the right interval with OEM plugs. Worn spark plugs don't just hurt performance, they destroy other parts as well. A weak spark creates poor combustion. That leads to misfires, which can fry your ignition coils and damage your catalytic converter. Most Hondas need new spark plugs every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on the plug type. Iridium plugs last longer than copper. But here's the thing, don't cheap out. Use OEM NGK or Denso plugs that Honda specifies for your engine. Aftermarket plugs might save you $20, but they can cause misfires, rough idle, and a poor fuel economy. And always torque them to spec. Over-tighten, and you'll strip the threads in your aluminum head. That's a $1,500 repair for a $60 mistake. Fresh plugs keep your engine running smooth and protect expensive components downstream. But there's a filter most people forget that chokes your engine and kills fuel economy. Habit number 10, replace engine air and cabin filters on schedule. Your engine needs to breathe, and if the air filter is clogged, it's suffocating. A dirty engine air filter reduces power, hurts fuel economy, and can even damage your mass airflow sensor. Most Hondas need a new engine air filter every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. But if you drive in dusty areas, check it more often. It takes 2 minutes to pop the airbox and look. If it's dirty, replace it. A new engine filter costs $30 to $50. And while you're at it, don't forget the cabin air filter. It protects your HVAC system and keeps moisture and debris out of your electronics. Replace it every 15,000 to 20,000 miles. These are cheap, easy fixes that prevent expensive problems. But even with clean filters, there's a tire habit most Honda owners ignore that destroys suspension and costs hundreds. Habit number 9, check tire pressure monthly and rotate every 5,000 miles. Tires don't just affect ride quality, they affect everything. Underinflated tires kill fuel economy, increase braking distance, and cause uneven wear. Overinflated tires reduce traction and make your ride harsh. Check your tire pressure at least once a month. The correct pressure is on a sticker inside your driver's door jamb, not on the tire sidewall. The pressure on the tire sidewall is the maximum pressure the tire can hold, not the optimal pressure for your car. Filling to the maximum pressure can lead to a poor ride and reduce safety. And rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Front tires on front-wheel drive Hondas wear twice as fast as the rears. Rotate them regularly, and you can double your tire life. Let's do the math. A good set of tires costs $600 to $1,200. Rotate regularly, and they'll last 70,000 miles or more. Don't rotate, you're lucky to hit 35,000 before the fronts are toast. Plus, uneven tires put extra strain on tie rods, ball joints, and bushings. That means early suspension failure, and those repairs aren't cheap. Your tires are the only contact point with the road, so maintaining them is just as important as caring for your brakes. But speaking of brakes, there's a time-based service that prevents total brake failure. Habit number 8, inspect brake pads often and flush brake fluid every 3 years. Your brakes are your life insurance. Don't gamble with them. Check your brake pads every 12,000 miles. If they're thin or squealing, replace them. Waiting too long means you'll damage the rotors, and that doubles the repair cost. But here's what most Honda owners miss. Brake fluid. Honda specifies brake fluid replacement every 3 years, regardless of mileage. Why? Because brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. That moisture lowers the boiling point and corrodes your brake lines, calipers, and ABS components. Fresh .3 fluid boils at 401 degrees Fahrenheit. Old contaminated fluid, it can boil at 280 degrees or lower. When brake fluid boils, you get air bubbles. That means a soft pedal and no stopping power. A brake fluid flush costs $80 to $200. brake line failure, or an accident. Not something you want to find out. Don't skip this one. And while we're talking about corrosion, there's a silent killer under your hood that most people never check. Habit number 7, clean battery terminals and test battery health. A corroded battery terminal can mimic a dead battery. It's a waste when perfectly good batteries are needlessly replaced because the terminals were covered in white-green crud. That corrosion blocks current flow, strains your alternator, and messes with sensors. Check your battery terminals every few months. If you see corrosion, mix baking soda and warm water, scrub it off with an old toothbrush, rinse, and dry. Then coat the terminals with dielectric grease or petroleum jelly to prevent future buildup. And if your battery is more than 3 years old, have it load tested. Heat and short trips kill batteries fast. A new battery costs $100 to $150. Getting stranded in a parking lot? That's a bad day you can avoid. But even with a good battery, there's a sensor that can make your Honda run like garbage if it's dirty. Habit number 6, clean your mass airflow sensor every 15,000 miles. Your mass airflow sensor, or MAF, tells your engine's computer how much air is coming in. If it's dirty, your engine runs blind. Symptoms? Rough idle, hesitation, poor fuel economy, and even stalling. The fix is simple. Every 15,000 miles, pull the MAF sensor and spray it with MAF cleaner. Not carb cleaner, not brake cleaner, MAF cleaner only. Those other cleaners will fry the delicate sensor wires. Let it air dry, reinstall, and you're done. This $15 fix can restore lost power, smooth out your idle, and save fuel instantly. It can even extend the life of your catalytic converter by preventing fuel overload. And speaking of fuel, there's a habit at the gas pump that's ruining a $600 part 1 click at a time. Habit number 5, stop at the first click when fueling. Every time you top off your gas tank after the pump clicks, you're slowly killing your evaporative emission control (EVAP) system. That click isn't a suggestion. It's the pump saying, "We're full." If you keep going, gasoline floods your charcoal canister. That canister is only supposed to store fuel vapors, not liquid gas. Once it's saturated, it stops working. That triggers a check engine light, failed emissions, and a repair bill for hundreds of dollars. Reports show perfectly good Hondas throw codes like P0440, P0455, or P0456, which indicates the EVAP system has a leak or malfunctioning component. Why? Just because someone wanted to squeeze in 32 cents more gas every time they're at the pump. Not worth it. Stop at the first click when you pump fuel. Your EVAP system will thank you. And while we're talking about fuel, there's a cleaning habit that keeps injectors and valves happy. Habit number 4, use quality fuel and run injector cleaner twice a year. Cheap gas leaves deposits. Over time, carbon and varnish build up on your fuel injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers. That buildup kills fuel economy, weakens throttle response, and can cause knocking or misfires. The fix? Use premium fuel whenever possible. It contains extra detergents that keep your fuel system clean, and twice a year run a high-quality fuel system cleaner through your tank. I'm talking about Chevron Techron, Redline SI1, or Liqui Moly Jectron fuel system cleaner. Don't waste money on the $3 bargain stuff at the gas station. Most of it's watered down. A good bottle costs $20 and treats 20 gallons or 75 liters. This simple habit can prevent a $400 injector service or $2,000 intake cleaning down the line. But even with clean fuel, there's a valve most people never replace that causes oil leaks and high oil consumption. Habit number 3, replace your PCV valve every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. The PCV valve, or positive crankcase ventilation valve, keeps harmful vapors from building up inside your engine. Over time, this valve clogs or sticks. That leads to excessive crankcase pressure, which blows out gaskets and seals. Suddenly, you've got oil leaks everywhere. Or worse, your engine starts burning oil. A quart every 1,000 miles? That's not normal. Replacing the PCV valve is simple and cheap. It usually costs $40, and on most Hondas, it's near the valve cover or in the oil fill tube. Twist it out, pop in a new one, and you're done. This 5-minute fix can save your engine from choking itself. But there's a warm-up habit that most people get completely wrong. Habit number 2, use progressive warm-up, not long idling. In many countries, people start their car and let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes. That's not helping your engine. It's hurting it. When you idle cold, fuel doesn't burn efficiently. That causes raw gas to wash down cylinder walls, stripping off your protective oil film. That's how you wear down piston rings and start burning oil before 100,000 miles. Here's the right way. Start your Honda. Let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds. That's enough time for oil to circulate. Then drive gently for the first 5 minutes. Keep your RPMs under 3,000 until the temperature gauge starts to rise. This warms the engine faster and protects your internals. Modern Hondas don't need long warm-ups. They need progressive warm-ups. And if you live where it snows or near the coast, there's a rust habit you can't ignore. Before we reveal the next habit, remember to watch until the end for a bonus tip. Habit number 1, wash your undercarriage regularly to prevent rust. Salt doesn't just rust your car, it rots it from the inside out. Road salt creeps into your frame, brake lines, fuel lines, and suspension mounts. Over time, it causes hidden rust that you won't see until your control arm snaps or your brake line bursts. And by then, it's too late. If you live in a snowbelt or near the coast, wash your undercarriage every few weeks in winter. A basic undercarriage wash costs $10 to $15, or free if you've got a pressure washer, an undercarriage wash accessory, and a Saturday afternoon. We've seen 10-year-old Hondas with Swiss cheese frames because owners never wash the bottom. Meanwhile, the ones who stay on it, their cars look clean underneath, even at 200,000 miles. This simple habit can add years to your Honda's life. The next one is the bonus that brings it all together. Bonus tip: keep a maintenance log. Here's the habit that separates car owners from car lovers. Keep a logbook. Every time you change your oil, rotate your tires, or replace a filter, write it down. Keep dates, mileage, and what you did. Why? Because when problems pop up, a good log helps you spot patterns. If you see oil loss every 1,000 miles, that's a red flag. If your tires wear unevenly after 5,000 miles, you know to check alignment. Dealerships and shops love seeing well-kept logs. It shows you care, and they're less likely to push unnecessary services on you. Plus, when it's time to sell your Honda, a logbook adds value and builds trust with buyers. Don't rely on memory. A $2 notebook or a simple phone app can protect your car for years. So there you have it, 17 habits to make your Honda last over 500,000 miles without major repairs. Here's a quick recap of everything we've learned. Follow maintenance minder, but don't ignore time-based services. Change oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles with full synthetic. Use only genuine Honda fluids. Service your transmission at 60,000 miles. Flush coolant before it turns acidic. Replace your timing belt on schedule if you have one. Use OEM spark plugs at the right interval. Replace engine air and cabin filters regularly. Check tire pressure monthly and rotate every 5,000 miles. Inspect brake pads and flush brake fluid every 3 years. Clean battery terminals and test battery health. Clean your mass airflow sensor every 15,000 miles. Stop at the first click when fueling. Use quality fuel and run injector cleaner twice a year. Replace your PCV valve every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Use progressive warm-up, not long idling. Wash your undercarriage regularly to prevent rust, and keep a log of everything you do to your beloved Honda. These aren't secrets, they're just habits most people ignore. But if you apply even half of these, your Honda will thank you with extra years of life, fewer visits to the shop, and performance that seems impossible. To combine these habits and the best Hondas to drive forever, follow the link to the 3 worst and 4 best Honda engines so you can power your dreams. This is Tom from Seats and Wheels. Thanks for watching.